It is important to supply required amount of water to the plant when the plant needs. The study of soil moisture plant relationship is useful in irrigation scheduling and in maintaining the optimum moisture content in the soil. In this video, we will talk about soil water plant relationship, or you can say soil moisture plant relationship, and some basic definitions which are commonly used in irrigation engineering. As you see in the picture, the soil showing voids occupied by air and a part of voids occupied by water and the soil solids separately. But in actuality, voids and solids do not exist separately. Voids are the interparticle spaces. Soil serves the following function for the plants. It provides mechanical support to plant body through the roots. It fulfills the supply of water needed for photosynthesis and tissue building. It fulfills the supply of oxygen for the metabolic process of the plant body, and it fulfills the supply of nutrients such as potassium, magnesium, phosphorus, etc. Water is taken up through the body of the plant and through the soil by capillary action. Moisture is held by the soil particles due to adhesive molecular forces between soil particles and water particles. As the moisture content reduces, the freely available water quantity reduces, and stronger forces have to be overcome by the plant to procure the water from the soil. The soil moisture stress is said to increase with a decrease in moisture content below field capacity. There is a limit of the moisture content below which plant cannot procure the moisture from the soil as per their evapotranspiration needs. This moisture content is called permanent wilting point. The permanent wilting point or PWP is different from different type of soils. It varies for different plants in the same soil. Therefore, permanent wilting point is a plant property as well as a soil property. Further, the water requirement of the plant also depends upon the surrounding temperature. On a hot day, the rate of evapotranspiration is much higher, so the soil has to have much higher water content to keep the plant turgid. Therefore, the permanent wilting point occurs at much higher moisture content on a hot day. Now we will see the some basic definitions. First one is moisture content. Moisture content of a soil sample is defined as the ratio of weight of water to weight of the solids of the sample. Field capacity. It is defined as the moisture content after the gravity drainable water is drained away from the soil. If more water is supplied to the soil when it has already reached its field capacity, it will be drained away by gravity and moisture content will fall till field capacity is re-established. Next one is permanent wilting point. It is the moisture content at which plants can no longer extract sufficient water from the soil for its growth. However, plants gain turgidity when water is added to the soil. Ultimate wilting point. If water content of soil falls below the permanent wilting point, a moisture content is reached at which the plant does not get turgidity even after water is added to the soil. Temporary wilting point. During a dry hot day, plants tend to wilt but become turgid as soon as it is cool and humid without adding water to soil. The corresponding moisture content of the soil is called temporary wilting point. Available water. The difference between field capacity moisture content and permanent wilting point moisture content is called available moisture. This is the moisture content which can be used by the plant. Readily available moisture. 4/5 to 3/4 of the moisture is called readily available moisture. Optimum moisture content. This is a moisture content above permanent wilting point so that readily available moisture content requirements are satisfied. It is a moisture content so that the difference between field capacity and optimum moisture content is equal to 75 to 80% of the available moisture. Moisture content is not allowed to fall below OMC so that there is healthy plant growth and plant is not under stress. Consumptive use. The sum of total daily water requirements for evaporation, transpiration and metabolic processes of plants is called consumptive use. Thank you.